What is up, guys? This is IXHARDY, and no, you know what? From now on, that says too much of a mouthful to say. Yeah, from now on, let's go from, what everybody else calls me, and yeah, that's just Hardy. So today I'm bringing you PES 2011 gameplay, which some people might say that's a bit unordinary. It's not a very popular game, but I'm bringing you that today because I don't know. I'm exploring a lot of different options as to try and get the channel going, and that's the first goal already. I'm just exploring a lot of different options to try and get the channel going. So what you're seeing right here is well, there's two teams right here that I've created, but what I've actually done is on PES 2011 is I've actually created the Empower Championship, which is the English Second League. It didn't take that long. It probably took, I think one day I came home from school after it was snowing or something like that, and I couldn't go out, and it happened for like 2 days. So I sat down for 2 days and I made this. So yeah, everything's near enough made apart from like the emblems and that. All the teams are done, all the player names. I haven't really concentrated on the faces too much, other than my team that I'm using right here. That's my home team, which is Burnley. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that I've created everything, but all the strips are done, and things like that. So when people think about saying, "Oh my God, you're a fag, you have no life." No, I'd had nothing to do for a few days, and it only literally took me like 2 days to create this. And so if people want to go ahead and take this idea, I know a lot of people do because I read up about it online. I mean, I've made this league and another one, the Bundesliga, which is the German league. Well, if you're watching this, then you should be a football fan anyway. And there's the second goal. Just while we're on, I brought us onto that. I'm playing this on, I think it's world class or top player difficulty. Because I think the way I see it, when you put it on a high difficulty, the keepers tend to play a lot better. The opposition keepers, because to be fair on PES, goalkeepers are not a very good thing. I mean, my goalkeepers tend to let in the most ridiculous thing. I don't know, maybe it's what people tend to call one of the scripted movements. I mean, apparently I know that they have it in FIFA. I did buy FIFA 11 for a couple of days, and I didn't like that. I sold that, and I just said, come back to this. And if you don't know what I mean by scripted movements, that's where the opposition team obviously has to be AI. They just go on like I'm had a rampage, if you will, with the ball where you just can't get it in. This is like no way to stop them scoring. On this game it's happened to me a lot. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of you who've played the game before, and yeah, as you'll know, it's pretty annoying. It's pretty unfair, but it makes the game more challenging because on the lower difficulties, if you're a good player, then you're scoring a lot of goals, especially if you're putting on for a long time. I play Master League for, I think it's 10 minutes per match, and become a legend for 15 because my stamina isn't that good, so I usually get taken off. So I just find it's best for me to go on for 10 minutes because I like a long game-ish, so I can I don't know the reasons behind that. I just find that the games maybe would be a bit too short if I had it on about maybe 5, but then again 15 in the Master League would be too long because you'd be playing the full 15. But coming on to that, it says like 15 minutes, but because of all the I don't know, when you have a shot and it goes wide, so when it shows in the replay, it tends to add on about, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes. I mean, I just did this game for 5 minutes halves. I think it actually worked out pretty well because I was skipping most of the stuff. So just coming to half time in there, it's 2-0, and I'll spoil it for you here. I don't think I score anymore. I think they come close. I think I get a few more good chances, but I think that was it. And if you're paying attention to the video as well as my commentary, you'll see that they were brilliant. Well, I'll take a goal as a goal, and I'll take a loss as a loss. I don't mind. I play on the highest difficulty, so when a win comes, a win comes. When a loss comes, a loss comes. You just take it, like a man. It's only a game, but you don't just like throw your controller against the wall and just turn the damn thing off. I mean, you couldn't really do that if it was an online game, could you? So I encourage the rest of you to do the same, really, because that's the way you should be playing. Because, well, I'm trying to focus more on like the exhibition of things, but how I found it in Master League, this happened on PES 2010. I think it's starting to happen to me now. But if you're winning like every game, you're going to end up winning the league, the cup, and the Champions League or Europe or whatever you're in at the time. And if you're doing that, your players' market value is going to go sky high. And that means you're paying a lot higher salaries. But I can give you a way to counteract that. When you're doing contracts, try and tie players down for 5 years, so that way, when you've got them down for the 5 years, you know, if this market value is going for something like, I don't know, something like maybe 200 grand if he's only a youth player, then like 5 years he's like the new Cristiano Ronaldo. He's worth about, I don't know, 10 million. If you're only like 4 seasons in, then he's still stuck on that 200 grand payroll, which is, well, they're only artificial people, so I don't really care. It's more good for you, isn't it? Because I think at one point in 2010, I did 10 seasons with one of them, and it ended up being I was bringing in less than I had to pay for the players, so I had to sell a lot of them off, like, and it became increasingly hard to sell the players. I think I worked out that my players had to have a minimum overall of about 95 before I could sell them. And even if I wanted to sell them, I had to put them on the transfer transfer list, that's it. And then hope in a few weeks that someone would come and pick them up. And again, it was pretty unreliable, I think. I had to do that with Cork, who's been playing here. I mean, I did this last year as well, where I made the league. But I didn't have to do so much this time around, because there's the I don't know, what's the feature called? I don't know, you could use prequel data, that was it, yeah, prequel data, where you could, from PES 2010, you could take your information from that, and I'd done a bit of editing on that. I didn't do much, because I couldn't be bothered. I mean, you know, I didn't have the spare time. I mean, I do a lot of stuff in my spare time, you know, I like to hang around with friends, and then come on here, but I've got a whole pile of games. I think last time I counted, I'm not quite sure, something like 40, and I've got another maybe 15 games at a friend's house. But when I'm not recording, this is mainly what I like to play. I like to play PES, maybe Black Ops. I seem to go back to Oblivion at the minute, but that's just me. I don't seem to have many games to play at the minute. But let's get back to the topic of PES. Why do I enjoy this game more? Maybe some of you are asking. Well, what is it? I played FIFA 2002. I think that's where I started. Then from then, I don't think I played up until 2009. And in between there, I think I played PES 5, PES 6, and I think I quit football games completely there. I think I just focused more on COD. Then again, back in those days, I would still have the PlayStation 2 be playing on good old Battlefront 2, but again, trying not to get sidetracked. So, I don't know, I always found that this was a bit more enjoyable. Sure, yeah, it wasn't as realistic. Maybe this year round, it's more realistic. Yeah, I'll give it that. But I feel like you could have a lot more fun with it, like the runs of the players and things like that. So that's why I always seem to like it more, because like on FIFA, the stamina system, I played 2004, that's what I didn't like. I didn't like the stamina system on that, because you had like your play name and like the stamina bar, but I've heard that it's changed, and I did give FIFA 11 a go, but, you know, again, I couldn't get into it. I tried the Become a Pro being a goalkeeper, because I used to be a goalkeeper myself, and I'm not bragging or anything, but I used to be told I was a good one, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. It seems like once you're committed to like a certain thing, nothing can ever compare to it. It's like, I'm going to sidetrack again, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like with the COD series. If you're a guy that falls in love with that, then, you know, you're going to find it too hard to enjoy other games. So it seems we're just coming to the end of the video now. I've gone off topic quite a bit again. You know, I'm new to this though, guys, so forgive me. I'll try and, as time goes on, I'll try to, you know, explain more about the progress for the future, things like that, and more in depth with the video. But just all this regarding that. Thank you for watching this video. This has been Hardy, bringing you another video from PES 2011, and I thank you all for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.